Hello everybody. I miss you terribly. Just want to introduce myself really quick for those of you that I do not know. I am your yoga meditation teacher. I also teach some balance and core exercises, and I'm a therapist, so everything is therapy related to keep you strong and independent. I want to give you a couple of moments to get set up. All you will need is a chair and either a table that you have in your home or maybe a countertop in the kitchen. Just make sure you have a chair rested next to it in case you take a rest break. So that would be if you have knee issues or hip issues at any time you take that break. So today I have a special class for you. I'm going to mix in a little bit of meditation in with your balance, just because life has thrown us off a curve a little bit and we're learning a new normal. So I thought it would be really great that we commune together and breathe together and just be at ease with what is going on. So if everybody could just take a comfortable seat, sit back, and I have a short meditation for you. So when we're looking for ease, we're looking for strength, we're looking for calmness. So let's find that within ourselves with our breath. Some of you already know that and appreciate that, and I hope that I can teach you something new today. So if you can sit back in your chair, make sure you're nice and comfortable. You can take your knees forward and your feet forward and lean back. We'll start with just closing your eyes together, and we're going to find joy and ease in this moment. So a lot of people think meditation is very difficult, but it's just breathing in and out. So let's start with that together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, breathe out, down to the pit of your belly. Let's take 3 breaths like that, just settling in your chair. Big breath in, keeping those eyes closed. Let's focus on the present moment and your breath. Breathe out. Another deep breath in. And out. And as you take these few breaths, I want you to begin to become aware of your breath, the pattern of it, and the ease of it as it flows up through the chest and down through your belly. Let it flow. Very good. So as you begin to take your awareness inward, let's see if you can slow your breath down a little bit. Inhale through the chest, keep those eyes closed, pay attention. Exhale down to the pit of the belly, settle. Now when you're taking your deep breaths, see if you can create space within your body and your chest. What do I mean by that? Take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel it come from the chest, through the back of your throat, through the nostrils, and then exhale down, out through the belly, again. Settle. Create space with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Few more breaths. Can you become aware as you breathe of the changes in your body? Did you start out stiff when you were seated and now you're settling? What happens inside as you inhale, as you lift through the chest, and you exhale and you settle through the belly? Make sure when you're taking these deep breaths that when you inhale, you feel that contraction of your diaphragm as you exhale and push that air out and collapse. Few more deep breaths together, soften through your body. Little bit by little bit, you will notice those physical changes. Is your face softening as you exhale? Is your shoulders dropping as well as you let some of that go? Take another deep breath in. See if you can settle that breath into your belly. Remember, your body wants to take these deep breaths, letting out some tension. One thing we are learning from this experience is there's always change. So we need to Let the pendulum swing, acknowledge your feelings, and then exhale. Know that this too shall pass. Couple more deep breaths together. Let it settle. And then your last breath, just settle in that space. Gentle inhale, all together. Exhale through the nose. And slowly open your eyes. Now that is a short meditative practice, but notice how it settles you. Your heart rate, your body, your mind. So know that you can do that, replay that, even after our practice today. That would be a great way to finish. So, seated, we're gonna warm up. We're gonna warm up through our back and our hips before we get standing and kick in and work on our body, get moving. So, seated, you can sit forward in your chair. It allows you to open up a little bit more through your hips, but I want you to sit up tall through your chest just to get a good breath in. Lean forward, we're gonna do some hip circles, so go around counterclockwise first, and just move the way your body wants to. Breathe naturally. Couple of more circles, just discover some movement in your body. If this hurts, close your eyes and breathe into those tight spots. Couple more rotations, you're gonna slow down, and then you're gonna reverse it the other direction, just move within your body limits. Again, you can close your eyes, just helps you get more mindful in your body. Breathe naturally. Couple more rotations. Good. Stop and settle. So we'll do cat-cow next. That's flexion and extension of the spine. We're sitting down way too much, so let's get that movement, okay? So sitting up, take your knees open along with your hips. It just allows you to move a little bit better. Sit up tall. Inhale, open up, lift up through the chest. Take a deep breath. Look up if you can, shoulder blades back. Exhale, round in, sink in, soften, and shake out any tension and stress. We're going to do a few of those. Inhale, you can start out soft if you like. Exhale, look down, follow your breath with your movement, creating a cat pose. Inhale, open up to cow, open your shoulders up if it feels good. Exhale, round and sink. Last one, make it good. Inhale, open, just follow your breath. Exhale, down and soften. Shake out any tension with that. Very good. So we'll work on our ankles and our knees next before we get standing. So let's talk about some things you can do at home just while you're watching TV. So if you have some circulatory issues, or maybe you're not out and about as much, I want you to do some ankle pumps. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up your heels and then pump them down. That's gonna get some circulation to your calves and your legs and get your ankles moving, because we're gonna be doing some one-legged standing here in just a few moments. So you're not overdoing it, you're just lifting up through the toes and then dropping the heels down. Very good. Rest the heels down, lift the toes, and then tap that. Just think about your favorite song. You could even move your hands. Very good. Again, getting some circulation to your ankles. This is good for you, especially if you're going to go on a walk today. All right, we're going to do some ankle rotations next, and we're going to add in some knees. So sit up tall and stay forward if you can. If you have knee or hip issues, you can sit back in your chair. It's just more supportive. But what we're going to do first is just root down your right foot and extend out through the left. And we're going to do some ankle circles. So we'll go out first. So if you can, I want you to extend that leg. If you can't, you could drop it to the floor and still do some ankle circles. Just getting some blood flowing. Reverse the other direction. Get those quads warmed up. Very good, and slowly drop the foot down with control, right? Very good. Root down, hold on if you need to. Extend out through the other leg and start your ankle circles out. Again, you can do this on the floor as well. Just rest your heel down and rotate the ankle out. A few more times. and in. Very good. A couple more times. Hang in there and slowly lower that leg. Very good. So what I'm doing next for our standing series is I'm going to demonstrate at the table. You could always use your countertop at home, or I like to use the sink because you have kind of like a grab area. But I'll use this table as for demonstration purposes, and you can still see what I'm doing with my legs as we do our one-legged standing. And like I mentioned before, if you get tired, if your joints hurt, have your chair nearby so you can sit down. So we're going to start out with some toe work. That is the route to balance. I've taught that in all my classes. Normally I have you take your shoes off in class and we use a tennis ball, but today I'll show you how you can do that just using a countertop or table for balance. So we're going to start with rocking on the balls of our feet and our heels. So you're going to use your countertop or table and hold on. So those of you that have balance issues, if you're using a walker or a cane, I want you to really hold on to that countertop or lean on it for support, okay? If not, I want you to come up through your fingertips and hold on as we rock forward, coming up off our heels, coming up taller, and then we're gonna come back and roll on our heels, maybe lifting up our toes a little bit. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll back with control and lifting the toes up. You can even push your hips back a little bit if that helps you with your rotation. Inhale, we'll do a few more, getting the blood pumping to the back of the legs, getting our legs ready to stand. Leaning forward, inhale, lift. Holding on, exhale, roll back, one more. Inhale, lift. Get as tall as possible. Exhale, back with control, rolling back through the heels. Good. So people ask me all the time why I focus on toes. That's the number one thing you need to work on in yoga. If you know a yogi, they will tell you that. They'll laugh at you first if you ask. So let's work on our toes a little bit, and I'll prove that to you. Some of you have better balance, and if you would like to, you could take your hands to your heart. When you do so, when we lift up through the toes, you're going to feel yourself shift back a little bit. So that's why I'm going to cue everyone else holding on to the table. So what I want you to do now is push your toes down into the floor. You're going to feel yourself leaning forward. If you have the strength, you can test yourself. One hand to your heart, or both hands to your heart. If you're pushing down through your toes really hard, you're going to lean forward, possibly even touching the countertop or table. See if you can resist leaning on it. Keeping your chest open, even looking up to the sky. And if you're feeling very adventurous today, you can lift up through your hands as well. Really turning on your back body, getting ready for a one-legged standing. One more breath, and wherever you're at, take your toes back to normal, wiggle them around a little bit, and you're gonna feel some heat and warmth in your legs. That really does get your muscles going. So let's go the other direction. Holding onto the table just for safety. Lift up through your toes, all of them if you can. Notice you're gonna lean back a little bit. That's okay. Hold on. So here we're gonna work on our balance. Straighten up through the shoulders, root your feet down, and keep lifting up through your toes. Holding onto the table, if you need to, you can test your balance here. Take one hand to your heart. Keep lifting through your toes. Don't give up those toes. If you can take your other hand to your heart. If you lose your balance, keep that there. Test it out. Maybe as you continue to lift up through the toes, you can switch your hands. Are you stronger on one side than the other? Keep lifting up, keep straightening up through the back. One more breath, and wherever you're at, take your toes down and notice you're gonna lean forward. So yes, what you do with your toes really does matter when you walk. That's why I have you root through. Okay, so now we're gonna take that into some one-legged standing. We've got our legs warmed up. I'm gonna step over to the side a little bit so you can see me pretty clearly here what I'm doing with my legs. I'm still gonna use the table for balance, and I'll teach you how to do some different hand placement if you wanna get adventurous today. So we're gonna start with what we normally do in our classes, and we're gonna do our kickbacks. So what I want you to do is hold onto your countertop or your table, and you're gonna take your left leg back and kick it back, sliding your toe back on the floor. Lift up. Notice how your body kind of sags. Lift up and straighten up, supported through your table. Here, we're gonna work with hand placement. You're gonna notice your body working really hard and breathe in and out. Lengthen through your body. Now, if you wanna challenge yourself, you can take one hand to your heart, letting go of one hand. If you're steady with your balance, see if you can float with your other hand. If you're still steady and you feel good, you can try the other hand to your heart. It really is just what you can do. Try to resist leaning forward on the countertop. And some of you may be able to take your hands up above your head. If not, you can do one hand. Just make sure you're holding on and lengthening through your body. One more breath, and then back down. Leg forward. And we're gonna do a rest break on your back and your legs. Easiest way to do that is lean your weight forward. Take your hips back, walk your toes back, take your weight forward, and just bend those knees, alternating through your hips, and breathe. This is a great rest break. Taking a deep breath in and out. Keep your head forward to keep your blood pressure normalized. One more breath, keep shifting. And then take those hands back, slowly straighten your back up. And we'll do the other side. So holding on to the table for support or the countertop, slide your other leg straight back, toes on the floor for support. From that, root down, rise up, straighten up through the body. Breathe here. So for some of us, this is a challenge in itself. Stay here and just focus on breathing and opening up through the chest. If you feel well supported, try one hand to your heart. Breathe and stay long. Then float your other hand. If that's not working, stay here, hold on. Other hand to your heart for those of you that can. Or if you need to hold on, take one hand up or the other. You could take both hands up. Just stay long and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Whether you're supported or not, just stay long here. And then hand down through the heart, leg forward. And we're gonna lean on the countertop or table and just take a few shifts and rest. This allows your back and your knees to get a little bit of a rest break without the need to sit. A couple more shifts. We've got 2 more standing exercises, and then we'll take that to baby float. Okay. Holding on for support, standing up tall, rooted with your feet. We're going to take one leg to the side. This is my favorite exercise to teach because it's the most effective one for your balance. It gets all of your glute muscles engaged. So, holding onto the countertop, you're going to take your left foot and slide it out to the side. We all have limitations with our hip. Your hip will naturally tell you when to stop, so listen to it. Lift up, ground down through your feet. Hold on. Stay tall through your chest so you're nice and rooted. Now we're going to lift up through that left foot. Lifting up. Here's the temptation your body's going to have. If you're weak, you might point your toe up or down. I want it straight. That way you get all of your glutes engaged. Very good. Hold on, stay lifted. And here's where you're going to challenge your hand placement, either one hand to the heart or both. Just what you can do. Or maybe lifting up just through one. Breathe, one more solid breath. Taking the hand down first, stay rooted through your standing leg, And foot down, slide it forward. And we're gonna walk those hips out and rest. Couple of shifts. And feel free to do more if you need to. Or you can sit through and take a rest break before we flow. Okay, we're gonna get the other side. Slowly raising up. Be kind to your back. And I'm just stepping over here so you can see me a little bit better. My little imaginary countertop here. We're gonna do the other side. Staying up tall. Slide your other foot out. Listen to your hip. Holding on, feeling rooted through your standing leg. Root your toes down. We did that in the beginning of our practice. Lift up through that heel. Listen to your body. Either take one hand to the heart if you feel strong enough. Other hand to the heart, and make sure your toes are not pointing out or in. I want them straight so we get all those muscles engaged. If you can take one hand up, go for it. Lengthen your body. Other hand up if you can. Just stay long. Inhale. Hands down first. Leg next. Wherever you're at, breathe and walk it out. Very good. Okay, we've got just our short flow left. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of that and we're gonna turn it into a functional standing balance, just like you would need to do at home, reaching up into the cabinets, something functional like that. So we're gonna do some short warrior series. If you're new to yoga, tell everybody that you did warrior 2 today. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that using your countertop for support. So first of all, you want to step up to the countertop and let your legs touch. Now you're going to step back through the left foot first, holding onto the countertop. Here's where you're going to take a bend in the right knee. Feel supported here. So the mistake that people make is that back leg is bent and that front knee is taking all of your load, and it's very difficult. So hold on, straighten up through the back leg, and notice that you're leaning back a little bit. Here we go, one hand to the heart. Test your balance here. Can you root through both legs and take other hand to your heart? If you can't, that's okay, just hold on. Here we go, root through the feet and lift up. We are in warrior 1. Modified, however you're at. You can be here, lifting up through the chest. You could be here or here. It doesn't matter. One more breath together. Inhale, exhale. Good. So we're going to take this to warrior 2. If you have balance issues, I want you to take your right hand down to the table, swinging that left hand back, opening up. If your arms are up, you're going to open up, warrior 2. Open up through your body. Don't stay tight and curled in. Open up. If you need to hold on, hold. Take a breath. Open up through the chest. Now you're going to take your back hand to your back leg, that left leg. Looking up, rise. This is a modified warrior or reverse warrior. Holding on or hand up. Just stay rooted through those legs. You can even lean your knee probably on your countertops or your cabinets. Lifting up, very good. Take that palm forward, that's going to give you support. Rise up, warrior 2, open up. This is a modified version, hold on and open. Very good. Taking that hand forward to the middle, prayer hands, 1 or 2, warrior 1. Very good. Here we go. So we're going to step forward. Hold on, you can do your fingertips or lean forward if you need that support. Stepping forward, very good. Finish your flow, lean forward, take some hip rest. Very good. So that was a short little mini flow, but that's a functional flow. I hope you felt strong and rooted through your feet. We're gonna do the other side. Here we go, straightening up. All right, so now we're gonna step back. Remember, come forward all the way to the countertop of your table, hands on top. Step back, other leg. Taking a bend in the front knee. Remember, straighten your back leg and take some weight back there. That's gonna make your chest go back. That's okay, you can still hold on with the countertop. Open up through your chest and breathe. So here's where you're gonna modify it. If your knees hurt, shift that right leg over a little bit. Open up. So let's do our hand placement here. Breathe and be steady, rooted through your toes. Push your toes down on both feet and try one hand to your heart. And if you feel rooted here, try just floating the hands of your other hand. If you're struggling and wiggling, that's okay, hold on. So let me show you the modified version here. Here we go. Either one hand up. Actually, I'm going to have you change hands. So we're going to have right hand up, so that way you can move it back as you open up into Warrior Two. Lift up, don't be sagging and leaning. Lift up and rise. Inhale, one breath. Now we're going to take that right hand back, opening up to the right, Warrior Two. This is a modified version. Here's the original version. Lengthening up through your body. Inhale, open, don't sag in, open up. Now we're going to reverse it. So take that right hand to the right thigh, and you're going to modify by lifting up, or for those of you that can, rise up through that back hand. Just stay tall and open. Don't sag down. One more breath. Very good. Now, we're going to take that hand back forward. Warrior Two. Breathe. Here's modified. Just stay open. Forward face. Almost done. Hang in there. Stay tall, rooted through your feet. Best part is taking those feet back together. So hold on to the table. Test yourself a little bit. If you want, you can float your fingers or just barely touch fingertip, root through the feet, and step forward. Very good. Breathe. We're just going to rotate through the hips one more time, just because it feels good. Very good. Proud of you. Whether you normally come to my classes or not, I hope you enjoyed yourself today, and I really invite you to replay that meditation. I made that especially for you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again. Namaste.